Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and before I get started with this video, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who was concerned, who prayed, who made comments. They're hoping I was getting well. I had a TIA, which I don't know what that means, but has to do with my with my heart and blood pressure and stuff like that. So anyway, I want to thank you, and I would appreciate your prayers anyway, whether I was doing well or not. But right now I'm feeling pretty good. I think my memory got damaged slightly, but it's never been that good anyway. So I want to thank you, and let's get started with this video. All right, this is from the last video that I put up. And when I put it up, I was commenting on how earlier, several weeks ago, I put up a video because I had seen them dig a trench over here at this construction site, and then they filled it up again, and I had no idea what that was about, and I still don't, but they probably, I got a lot of good suggestions from people that made comments, but I put my last video, I showed this, and I didn't really have a good idea of what was going on. But I got two excellent comments. One from a channel run by a guy who says MeArkitek, in other words, and he said he designs those kind of things. And then I got another long comment from a channel from a guy that his channel name is No One Specific. And he gave me lots of information because he's apparently done the physical labor that's associated with that kind of thing. So this is for water drainage when there's no ponds around like we have everywhere else, and it holds the water and slowly lets it seep out. But here I've made many videos of this this site. This is the Queen Creek Wash, and that's what collects all the water that comes down out of the mountains when we have our rainy season. And our rainy season, we get some really heavy rains, and so we have to have somewhere to collect it. So anyway, so the long metal tube is for where there's just concrete and no area like this. And then there are some other local little ponds that we have around our location. And so I went out with my wife this morning, and we took some videos of the local ponds that we have. And we just had we went for a walk and had a good time. It was good for my health. I'll probably do a lot of narrating through this thing, although you might just rather not hear me. So let's go take a look. Here's my sweetheart. We're leaving the house, and we're going to go to a little park that is down at the end of the block. I think I must have tripped there or something. Anyway, it's just down at the end of the block from where we live. And my grandson and I have spent a lot of time down there. He likes to go down, and he is excellent at hitting a ball and catching a ball. And it's just kind of a natural thing with him. But again, I want to say thank you to the many people who, when I was in the hospital, who cared for me and prayed for me. And I have a lot of fun with the nurses. I like to tease them. And I have a poem about nurses. Maybe I'll put a link to that. Anyway, I have read, when I was in the hospital for 18 days with a broken leg in 1982, I wrote a poem about nurses because I got so sick. I got so sick. No, I was just having fun with them. So here we come to this little park, and you'll notice that the park is below the ground level. So I'm going to take my little drone, my Mavic Mini, and give you a little trip down in that park. I had a lot of fun. It's just fun to fly, and so my wife's helping me here. And notice I shake. Doesn't matter what I do, my hands shake. So I got my little sunshade. I'm going to improve on that sunshade. I'm thinking I need to make it a little higher because you can see the sun shines over the top of it more than I like it to. So I'll get everything set up, and then I got to get the Mavic Mini out, get it set up. I always set up my controller system first, and then I set up the drone. And then, of course, I have a previous video on why all these dots are on there. And so we'll get that lined up on the dots. That keeps it from sliding off when the propellers start to turn. So here we go. And this is from the drone. There I am, and there's my sweetheart. A couple of old people. All right, let's go. Now I've seen this I've seen this park when the water was so deep that you could go down to the edge of the water, but you were still on the little path that comes down the side. So this one fills up when we have a heavy rain and nobody can come to the park. And many times have I chased a ball that my grandson hit much farther than I expected him to. I've run back and forth across this thing a lot of times. I'm sure you're interested. Oh, I remember when I took this video, I wanted to let you know what relationship it was to some of my other videos that I made. And so rather than try to hurry through this, which I should probably do to hang on to my viewers, but anyway, we'll go up above the level of the fence around the park, and you can see how they make it so when the water runs down here, it doesn't wash away. They put concrete, and then they put rocks, and that keeps it from washing away whatever's underneath of it there. So that's the homes that were in the construction videos I've made. And there's, if you look down there just a little bit to the right of center, that's where the guy was burying the dog. I think he was burying the dog. All right. Now we're going to, if I can remember, I'll put a map of where we walked to go from this part to the next. So here we go. It was like about a 4 or 5 block walk. And here we are, we're at the next part. And I'm telling my wife what I'm planning to do. I'm pointing out this and that and the other thing. And she helped me carry some of the stuff so I wouldn't have to put it all away and get it out again. So I think this is about where we're going to take off. All right, here we go. This is a much bigger area for drainage, and it doesn't show very well here. But on the other side of that fence there's another part of this. I guess you could say there's a part that comes from the other direction. So we'll drop down. As you can see, this is below the ground level, looking up at all the cars and everything. And then across the street is another favorite park of me and my grandson, and so we're going to go take a look at it. And here we go. I think that was like 3 times speed or something. That guy wasn't really speeding, breaking the speed limit. And then we had to wait for another car. And then this poor lady was coming up the walkway. She was really in a hurry, let me tell you. She didn't even stop to say hello. All right, then we went. Now this is my grandson's favorite park, because they have swings and they have merry-go-rounds and lots of sand to dig in, and he likes to dig. All right, so we should be down fairly low here, I think. Yeah, we're down below ground level here, and you can see we are probably 2 or 3 feet, well, probably 2 feet off the grass. And there's the merry-go-round and the swings and all the stuff that my grandson he likes to come down. And you can see there's everybody's home. There's not a lot of people out in the parks, which is good because then I don't bother anybody. All right, so now we're back, and the drone is coming in, and he's going to back up so I can catch him. And there's a lot of more of these little parks around, but I think I've bored you enough. So anyway, I thank you so much for your prayers from when I was in the hospital. I thank you for watching the video if you got this far, and God bless.